These are our stories from the driver's seat. Our opinions only, not our employers or school districts. Student safety and privacy always come first. So no names, faces, routes, or, you know that kid, details ever make it on the podcast. Hi guys, welcome to School Bus Banter. Episode 15, Joe and I are back, and we are so fucking tan from being on... Oh, wait a minute. No, we're white as a motherfucker.
Yeah, you got your sunglasses on?
Yeah.
I'm just glow in the dark.
Right. Yeah. We did not go anywhere for spring break, which, honestly, like, who wants to travel on...
I know.
I mean, I call it the holiday, the school holiday. Who wants to travel on that?
When you get back, you need a vacation because you're just so... We've done it. We've done the Florida thing. You fly out on Saturday, you come back on Saturday, you have one day to get... Everybody goes to Costco, gets their lunches for the week, or Meijer, so everything's, gone. And then, you got to go to school. Yeah, like I said, my kids are tan and tired. They look good.
Not to mention the cost of going on that's a holiday. I mean, it's double the cost if you travel on spring break, Christmas break. I mean, summer obviously not so bad because it's spread out for like 2 months, but
you can do what my kids do and take off the day before and the day after. So none of mine actually came back till like Tuesday this week.
I mean, it's cheaper for the flights. My daughter did the same thing. She went on a trip and came back on the second day from so they were back Monday. She actually didn't go back till Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was pretty light on my older kids anyway. My younger kids were back and they're raring to go as always. So many. I got 42 stories of, where they went, what they were doing and stuff. So it's always fun. It's always good conversation.
Yeah.
When we get back.
Just a reminder, and everything that you're messing with on your desk is going to pick up now because that stand is on your desk.
You can hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, anything you touch, like if you touch on the desk, since it's sitting on the desk, it's going to go right up into the microphone.
Okay, sorry guys, I was picking at something.
That's okay. I know. I have a little squishy ball and it's very quiet, so I can kind of just sit here and squish that and it doesn't bump anything, and just in case I drop it, no one can hear.
Give me a fidget.
Yeah, no, not a plastic fidget. You need
okay.
You need this is not a Neato, by the way, folks. I know that you're listening. And Neatos are like you can buy it. You have to buy them on eBay now because they're so popular, I guess. This is just a generic one that hasn't popped yet. So
it's the new Beanie Baby craze. I mean,
well, what's weird is like they were semi-popular for a while, then they died off, and then all of a sudden, maybe I'm just experiencing that because my kids didn't seem to have them, and then it spiked again like COVID. And all of a sudden, every kid has it, and it's like a prized possession.
I never heard of them until I found one on my bus, and I grabbed it with the Kleenex because I didn't know what it was. It was like, I thought it was slime, and it was purple, and it was just sitting on the underneath the seat. So I grabbed it with the Kleenex, and I'm like, I don't know what this is. I have no clue what it was. No clue.
Yeah.
I looked it up.
And you found out what it was.
And then I did. And it was leaking. So I'm like, well, this isn't a good one.
No, right to the trash. The only time I get a little skeezed out on my bus when I pick up stuff is a Kleenex. Now, I know you can't see this because you're audio listeners, but I pick it up on the back of my nails like this. Kind of. I don't know why. I guess I'm still kind of touching it with my one finger. And then Band-Aids. I'm just like, I need to get a box of latex gloves that I can just quick put one on to pick up all the icky stuff.
You can go to the mechanic because I asked for some.
Oh yeah, I always forget about him. He's kind of like the redheaded stepchild.
Off to the side.
Yeah. All right, stories from the roads. Yeah, stories from the road. Okay, so I do every day. I do trivia, which
every day.
And so it's fine. And one of my friends, a friend of Joe's too, says, why don't you spend the weekend doing the whole week's worth so that you don't have to search for them? Because I search for them every morning. And it gets a little long in the tooth, you know what I mean? I've probably doubled a few here and there. But anyways, if you're gonna do that, prepare for like Googling trivia questions every morning. So it gets a little old for me. But the kids like it though. Like if I don't put a question up, which I have, like sometimes like, well, today I did not drive in the afternoon, so my answer didn't go up. So I'm gonna get heat tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Like, what was the answer? You didn't put. I'm like, bro, I wasn't driving. Like. So be prepared for that. But anyways, one of my trivia questions, I believe was, and we'll see if you know, what is the only letter that is not that is not in a U.S. state? Like the
they already did this one on the radio station.
On the okay. Do you remember?
Yeah.
So a lot of my kids guessed X. And then I'm like, well, no, New Mexico. A lot of them guessed Z, and I'm like, Arizona. The answer is Q.
Okay.
There's no Q. But the funny part of it was these kids don't read the fucking question. Like, and I'm guilty of being a skimmer too. You know what I mean? I heard one of my girls, the one that maybe saw You Fly the Friendly Skies, says New Zealand, and I hit my hand on the rest and I look back at her like this, and I'm like, are you shitting me? Right? Well, I didn't say that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Are you kidding me? That is not a U.S. state. And then I had someone pop off and say France or like F, for France or whatever. And I'm just like,
yeah.
What is wrong with you guys? Are you that dumb, or are you
Can you imagine their teacher then? Because we get it for 20 minutes? And the teachers, that's their question or their answers all day long.
Yeah, I realized I don't think that was the question I asked, but it was something I asked about states. God, what was it now? Because that doesn't make sense with their answers. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
If you decide not to do a trivia question, can you do a would you rather or
yes. Yes,
okay.
I've done those.
Because there's
Yeah, they like to change it up, but then I'm trying to encourage the girls behind me. I'm like, hey, why don't you bring me some? And one of them did. They gave me a week's worth, although I needed, a cheat code how to read their penmanship because they were writing with a fat marker. But yeah, I need to encourage the kids to give me some because that gives them a little pride, right? Like they.
Yeah, on my kids' birthdays, I actually was so scrappy this summer. I was enough to get enough fidgets and stickers and stuff to have a birthday bag for 42 of my littles. And so I got those all done this summer. So when it's their birthday, that birthday month, then we just do at the start of the month, we'll do April birthdays and May birthdays, etc. And then if their birthday is in the summer, like mine, we do them August and September. I just spread them out. But they also, on their birthday, they get to add a song to our playlist. So that's how we kind of create. And I'm like, nope, that's already been picked because all of them want golden or K-pop or something. I'm like, nope, it's already been picked. Go home, think about it, get back to me or a really good, original one. And so that it is. It's fun. I mean, it's their birthday. It's a huge, you got to make it big. You got to just. Maybe their birthday, their party isn't until Saturday if they get one, So, but that day, they're they got a sticker, they got a sucker, they got a fidget, and they got to pick a song and put it on the playlist. It's the least, I think that takes no time.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. And I think I'm going to, I always worry I'm going to lose the route. You know what I mean? So I've had it for 2 years and I do plan on being a little bit more intentional about birthdays this year. Right at the beginning of the year, write your birthday down, and then doing kind of like a little treat, like a sucker or a sticker, and then
just something small.
And I let them sit. The one thing I do if they tell me it's their birthday, I let them sit wherever they want, even if they're my kids are pretty decent, so even if the kindergartner it's their birthday, if they want to sit in the way back, I say I don't care for that day.
That's a really good idea that I'm writing down.
Are you?
Yeah, for birthday, sit where you want.
Yeah, as long as they're a good kid. Yeah, as long as they're a good kid and they're not, a dickwad. And then the last thing, oh my gosh. So on the playground, you get bumps and bruises and scratches and all that stuff. I need a Band-Aid. And the other day, one of the kids came up to me and said, "Mr. Jerry, I need a Band-Aid." And I looked down at his knee, and there was the whitest, disgusting gravy coming out of this kid's knee, and I'm like I don't get. Like, I can deal with blood. It doesn't bother me. But when I see, like, one time my son, oh, God, maybe it was like 2. We were up at the cabin, and he ran and hit a, like, what are those ceramic pots with plants in it on the deck, and it split his knee open. And I said to my wife, it was white. And I go, what is that? And my wife's like, oh, that's the fat. And I'm like, like, blood,
God.
Fine with blood. But any kind of white... Whatever.
What about, like, pus?
Yeah. Well, pus I'm okay with. It's the
cartilage.
This is why I don't like cottage cheese. It's the white consistency and whatever. So I know that's what was coming out. I'm like, dude, go in the bathroom and whatever it was. And I'm sure it was just infected, but it didn't look like regular pus. It looked like cottage cheese chunk.
Oh my
so
gosh.
that was fun. So there's a little insight into my psyche.
Do you wear a fanny pack so you've got all the Band-Aids and stuff out there? Because I'm picturing that right now.
Well, one of our friends used to wear a fanny pack, and honestly, I'm a fanny pack kind of guy. I don't have one, but I would sport one. I mean, it's not. I think it's kind of come back a little bit. I know back in the day. It was bad, and one of the, actually funny you brought that up, one of the volunteer places I work for, they have fanny packs, but they're bright yellow, and I'm just like, I can't do it. If it's black, I think I'm good, but no, we actually have a little cooler that we put ice packs in, and then it has Band-Aids and all that stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so
that's really nice.
So
you guys are ahead of it.
Yeah, we are. It was very, very gross. So stories from the road from you, Joe.
But no, I was just talking about, my kids returning from spring break, how when I went to pick them up, well, most of them have returned now, but our first run is 5th grade through 12th grade, though most of my seniors drive. They were tan and tired. And then the energy level to your next run from, K through 4th, it's 180 because and I use my layover, which I don't have in the wintertime. I have 0 layover because of the roads. But and when the roads are good, I have probably 8 to 10 minutes of a layover, and I have to prepare. I don't know if you watch The Office, but how Dwight would go in the car and listen to heavy metal and get ready for a sales. Yes. I think of me doing that. I check my bus, I clean up a little bit, and I turn the music on or whatnot, and I'm getting prepared for my K through, especially after a break, because they are just they're just on top. They go, Miss Joe, did you know we went here? We did this. And I'm trying to catch everything. And I'm like, okay, we got to go to hand raising because I want to hear all the stories. I don't want to miss anything.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay, we're and then the ones in the back are like, what are you guys talking about? I'm like, no, you can sit up here if you want to join in the conversation, but you choose to sit in the back, But that it's just, that's especially after a break is that energy level, because you're lucky if you get a couple stories from your older kids, right? Your upper L,
right?
They're just like, I went to Florida. I'm like, you're lucky, that's nice. Or oh, we just stayed here. I'm like, let's go. Some kids that I dropped off, you can clearly see that they're starting raised garden beds, and so they're these boys are into it, and they're going to create some great gardens, and so they did that. You can see that they did that, but yeah, it's the energy level is so funny because it's just are tired. We just got in at midnight last night. I think even our boss rolled in at midnight before we had school the next day. And then I use my layover to prepare for my younger kids because they're going to be all about it. Oh, one already had pictures printed and in a book for me to look through.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. And I loved it. It was great. But we've settled down back into routine now.
One thing I did notice on the playground is their bathroom schedules are all messed up. The amount of kids ask. So we have a little electronic badges that only work from for just during recess. So if kid takes it, it can't. It just obviously they can do something between 11:45 and whatever. But I was giving those out like candy. Like, here you go. Here you go. Because, they eat, they sleep all messed up and they eat whenever. And, at school, it's regimented. Like, this is your bathroom break. This is the time you eat and so on and so forth. So, yeah, that was a little crazy for the first couple days.
I do have a lot of kids that they like that routine. Mine is a great example. When my kid had time off, it was like, the ants move and they're all running around like they don't know what to do. So structured routine, a lot of my kids thrive on that. So when they go away for spring break and come back, they're just like off. Yeah.
For sure. Anything else for that?
No, I'm good.
All right. School bus banter business. Man, say that time 5. Say that. Jeez, I can't fuck that up.
I'm 5. Oh, I love it.
My phone number. You can text us at 757-529-1574. You can email us schoolbusbanter@gmail.com. And then we have a Facebook group. Also would love a review. Brian, our first guest on the show, left a great review on Apple Podcasts, but you can also do it on Spotify as well if that's where you listen. We would really appreciate it. Helps us grow the show, makes us feel good and warm fuzzies when we see those as well. So go ahead and do that and join the Facebook group because we're awesome.
And text that phone number like all times of the night.
Yeah, go ahead. Do it.
I know you don't answer.
Just keep it safe for work. I don't need to see any toes.
Oh my God.
Tips and tricks, Joe. What do you have? I see what you have, but I'm interested on your second one because we did a lot of talking about the last episode about stickers.
Yeah. So we talked about getting those tickets for your window putter uppers and any chores or jobs that they do. And when your older kids were saying like, I'm not going to do that because I don't need that. I went to Michael's and you can sign up, even as a bus driver, you can get the teacher discount.
Right.
Because they're like, yeah, bus drivers count. So you get the teacher discount. And I bought stickers and they have stickers on clearance for nothing. I can get packs of stickers. Now the kids like stickers because they go on their water bottles or folders or something. And now the stickers have taken off. I give them the chance, like you want a ticket or, for a possible chance of a prize or a drawing, or you want a sticker right now, or even a Hubba Bubba gum, for ones that don't have braces. My kids all have braces right now, but, and again, maybe I'm spending a little bit of money, but I'm so scrappy on all my other stuff that I don't mind, getting stickers and stuff from here. But it's good. They're excited. I don't show all my stickers. I like give them because can you imagine if you throw out a bag of stickers, how long it would take for them to pick one? No. So I'm cutting you off right there. Just take a few. And I don't want to show them everything they have because and I kind of know I'm like, oh, they have a dog at home. So I'm going to grab a couple dogs. Oh, they have a cat. I'm going to grab, oh, they have a horse. I have a horse because I got animals. And then I got sports. So I know football, baseball, hockey's going on right now. So yeah, I kind of got them all. I don't know. Maybe this is just going too much over, but my daughter is like 24, so she needs nothing from me right now. So these are my kids that I get to do this stuff with. And so the stickers are working good, but my little ones, they still like their tickets because they know what prizes, their classroom and stuff is going to do. Yeah. So I kind of added that. I'm going to streamline it probably a little bit over the summer, get them a little bit more organized so it fits in my cubby. I don't want anything on my dashboard. So I'm going to have my husband 3D print like a bunch of little containers and I can just put my tickets behind it and just get a little bit more organized for the bus because I got stuff everywhere right now. But
I like the sticker idea. I think for me, I think I would organize them like you did. I think I would have a bag of Taylor Swift stickers and, K-pop and then sports and then dogs and say, okay, do you want K-pop, Taylor Swift or whatever? And then I would grab 3 out and I'd be like, pick one of these 3.
And you have 5 seconds.
Yes.
Especially because I do a lot of my stuff as we're going home.
Yep.
Because
same.
I did snacks once in the beginning, or I did something or tickets at the beginning, and they're like, Miss Joe, I lost it on the way in. And I don't know if they did or not. So I'm like, well, that sucks to, lose it, but I don't have any more type thing. So I do it on the way home. I have the time. I go slow. I'm in great neighborhoods where I don't have a lot of traffic. And I'm like, here you go. I've got a dog, a cat, a horse, whatever, or a sport. You got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, and boom, they're out. Otherwise, they don't get one. I mean, we can't do this.
The last time I passed out candy, I did. Well, I always reward these kids when Mr. Jerry forgets shit. So I forgot it on the Friday before spring break or whatever. Before.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh man, I had a kindergarten that if they had lasers in her eyes, I'd been toast. So then I go, okay, I'm so sorry. When we come back, you can have 2. Come back on Monday.
Yeah.
I forgot it. So I was like, okay, you can have 3. And I had just refreshed the backpack too. And so then I did remember. So the next day they all got 3. And then one girl got 4 because it was her birthday on the last day of spring break. I'm going broke on this. But yeah, I had to do the countdown because they pick 1 or 2 and then they're like dicking around in there. I'm like, okay, 5, 4. Yep. And then they grab whatever it is and they run out the door. So, and I was going to bring up too, don't feel like you're going overboard because like, these are your kids. Like you would step in front of anything for these kids. If someone came on the bus, you would fight that person to the death for those kids.
You do. You're a protector. You're in charge. But there are drivers though that are on busy roads. I understand that they're on. They've got 10 cars behind them waiting to pass. They don't have time to probably do stickers. Maybe they have, a crazy bus load and there's 60 kids on there. That's not affordable. That's really hard. But reach out to your BUY group, Buy Nothing on Facebook. I know all the communities have one and say, I got a lady down the road that she's saving up fidgets for me and I can walk down to her house. And I know that any given time on her porch, there's a bag that says Miss Joe and I can get it. And that's for me. And there's some fidgets. They're brand new.
Right.
They're brand new. So get people to know who you are and like drop stuff off at your house or go pick it up. And I'm like I said, I'm scrappy. I get a lot of that shit for free.
Yeah, no, it's good. I just saying, don't feel bad. My problem is I am such a spoiler, and I got to be so careful because like for a while there, I was buying a lot of candy, and like my wife and I, we sit down for the budget, and she's okay with that. But when she sees $45 for candy for bus kids, she's like, okay, bro, like. You know what I mean? Like let's try to balance it. So I like the sticker idea. I like the birthday. I have all these ideas, and I think you and I have to. So here's a little insight to you listeners. We're not going to record in the summer, so we're doing seasons. So we're coming up on a couple weeks left. You'll have a show
27 and a half days.
Yeah. So
school days.
And we record. So, yeah. Anyways, that being said, you and I will have to connect and kind of go over all the things we talked about because I know you write shit down like crazy. Mm-hmm. Hey, Jerry, remember we talked about stickers and like, oh, yeah, because I'll forget. I'll hit stop record today and I'll forget.
Just make their birthday special. And then because I used to do a lot of Fridays candy also. Now with either stickers or the tickets that I get for free from the school, birthdays, and now I just do holidays. I just do the holidays. And then and if I have, my mom also, I'm lucky that out of 4 daughters, I'm the one that's closest to her. And so she'll be like, what do your kids need? Let's get some bag of candy. So she contributes a lot of that, or she'll help me put Christmas stuff together, what it is. And now with my husband's 3D printer, we make a lot of cute stuff there too. But keychains, all that stuff. The kids just want to be recognized, and doing that, I think, is a behavioral difference on the bus.
Yeah. For me, for a tips and trick, it's kind of comical. Please don't give the finger, or please be careful when giving the finger. I love giving the finger. It's turned into my hello, and I just fucking love it. I've had so much fun. I mean, there's been some angst at this job. It's honestly adult drama. That's what it is. But other than that, I've had so much fun connecting with people and stuff, and I do that by giving the middle finger. And one day last week, I'm driving along, and one of my friends, we actually meet and chat in the morning on our layover, and I see this person in the lane that I'm like, she never goes in that lane to get to our destination because we usually drop off at the same time. So I'm like, oh, yes, I am going to get her with the middle finger. So I pulled up next to her and I go up and I've just got it flying like that. I'm like, oh, God, she's not here today. It was a sub.
It was a sub. Oh, no. God.
So thank the holy Lord that sub didn't see it. I think this person would have been fine with it and laughed. But like, yeah, they didn't see it.
They didn't see it.
No, they didn't see it. I quick pulled it down and I'm like 10-2. Like I didn't even look at her after that. Like we made no eye contact. And she didn't say anything to me later. But like, yeah, just a tip and trick. If you're going to fly it, make sure you remember that your friend's off that day because she's got shit to do.
No, that if it's a sub that I'm thinking of, then they probably would have been fine with it. But you would have had some explaining to do for sure.
For sure. And that's one I don't really have a relationship with. It's not bad. It's just it's a sub I think they would have been fine with it. Honestly, I think everybody except maybe 2 people would have been upset with that. But so yeah, tip of the day, if you're gonna fly the friendly skies, make sure you know who's on the other end of that.
Yeah, I learned. I'm never flying those friendly skies
because
I know your kids are watching.
So
God damn. If I could go back any morning, it would be that one.
So funny, folks. The other day, Joe was like, did you whip me off the other day? Because like she's like so not going to do it. I was like, oh, yeah, you saw that, huh? Like you guys I know are gunning. You guys are gunning for her to do it again. And I'm trying.
I saw it in front of the steering wheel. You were down by the window on the dashboard, and I'm like, yeah, you got me. Yeah, you got me. Yeah.
The other day, the same person that I thought I was flipping off, she said she went to one of our other friends and said, hey, you want to see a backflip? And like go to backflip and then put the double barrel. So it's just funny when it's random because you're not expecting it. There's times when I wave at those friends not thinking and they just do it. I'm like, motherfucker. Like I was like trying to be sweet and I get the bird.
Oh, it happened today as you did that. One of our our ride or dies, she was coming up from behind her bus and I was passing in front of it. And I wanted to scare her, but I know she saw me and I saw her. So I just stuck my head to say hi. And there they were, both flying. She got me.
The best part is when it's
funny.
When it's unexpected like that. You're just expecting a friendly wave and they're just like, brr. So
I laughed all the way to my bus, like, because it's just, you don't know.
It's so stupid. It's so dumb, but it makes my day when someone cooks me like that. I'm just like, fuck, they got me.
It's good. We got to have a little bit of humor.
Yeah, of course. All right, what grinds our gears? What do you got, Joe?
I love when our drivers use the wrong radio.
It's my favorite.
We have 2 speakers right next to each other, right? Or walkie-talkie things. And you grab one and you hit it and you're talking to all of the bus drivers and dispatch. But the other one, if you grab it, it's your indoor speaker for your kids. And there's a bus driver that is currently been off now for a while. And years ago, 6-7 years ago, she pulled into 6-7. Oh, she pulled into the school that you go to, and it was towards the end of the year, and she got on the radio that goes to all the drivers and dispatch, and she goes, "Okay, guys, you know that we've had just a great year. I love you all." She just went into this because she's very close with her kids. She went into this speech that probably lasted, I'm not kidding you, 6-7 minutes.
No.
Yes.
On the main channel?
On the main channel.
Oh.
We all got to hear how, she just go and make a difference. Like, it was the speech of all speeches. It's like that speech in the beginning of, that Newsroom show. If anybody watches that. Newsroom. Yeah. He gets on and does like, "Why is America great?" And he goes like, "It's not." Is it one of the,
like an old show?
Can't think of, it's a,
boomer.
Newsroom where they do the news. Yeah. We'll go back. We'll revisit that. Somebody email us.
We won't revisit
what that is. But it was just like the best, like, oh dang, I gotta up my game because she just loves on those students. I mean, she's on our local news when they come, and so she's a good like representation of what we strive to do every day. And I just sat in the parking lot just listening to this, and then she got done and somebody went, wrong mic. So her kids heard nothing of it. She probably wondered why they weren't even paying attention to her, or they were already getting off the bus, but heard nothing of any of it. It was like the best speech and they got nothing of it. So I think something just happened. Oh, a lot of times we'll hear, sit down or I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're like, wrong mic. But it's with them being like mine are hooked up right next to each other, so you have to think like actively when I get on which one I've got.
Maybe we need to start labeling those. I mean, you just get a label maker. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's too bad. I know what I was going to say. Why don't kids ever, like we talked on the last episode where you had that type A girl that says everything and is literal and stuff. Why don't kids speak up and say stuff like, if I got the heater blaring in the back, like remember my temp is different from yours. Like I try to like, if I'm hot, they're hot kind of thing. But sometimes I forget. Sometimes I'm cold that day and I just can't get warmed up or whatever. The kids never say anything. The only thing I'll know is that sometimes they drop a window. I guess my point is, why don't kids speak up with that stuff? Like, hey, I'm super hot back here. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Or, obviously if you're too hot and you want the air, I can't help you with that. But like, I don't understand why kids don't say stuff like that.
You got the ones that do, they have no problem. But yeah, majority of them, they're just sitting back there. I had band, whenever we go out with band, we got 4 buses, right? The band, they're in their uniform, right? They got their cuddle duds on underneath and their uniform. They all came up, the ones in the back came up red face. And I'm like, you guys okay? They're like, yeah, it just got a little hot back there. Nobody said anything. I had both heaters running the whole time to the next district that we were playing at. And they were just rosy cheeks. So I'm like, you guys, they didn't put window. They didn't move.
Oh my
God. They didn't do anything. On the reverse side of that, I took a team very, very early morning. I want to say like the swim team somewhere out to another district. And I turned the heaters off because the coach was doing attendance. I never turned the heaters back on. When they were getting off, they were frozen. And I'm like, oh my God, I had my heaters running. I was just fine.
Yeah, you were comfortable.
I forgot the heaters in the back. I've done it. I do it all the time.
Yeah, we've all done it. And guys, speak up a little bit. Like you're the generation of whiners. Why aren't you saying, hey, Mr. Jerry, it's cold as shit back here?
My name is literally scrolled in stickers and big letters across my top mirror. You can see my name all the way to seat 26. Yeah. And they still don't say anything.
Do you ever, I'm not as close, and this is not a cut on me or a cut on you, or like, well, it's not a cut on you for sure, but like, so I feel like you have such a great connection with your kids. You've had them a lot longer too, so on and so forth. But do you ever get it when they're like, well, they say, Mr. Bus Driver, and I'm like,
yes,
bro,
yeah. I do that.
My name's right there. Like, even if you did forget, you can look up and it says it.
I'll go, Bobby, I know your name. I've been your driver for 4 years. I even learned it on the first year.
Right.
So let's call each other. And yeah, exactly. One of my private school runs that I do in the morning did that. Like, Miss Bus Driver, can we have one heater on? I'm like, no, not until you use my name.
Yeah.
I know yours. So let's do this professionally. Yeah. I call them out on it.
Yeah. Good. So you got another line in there. Do you want to touch on that?
Oh yeah. That's just something I did in the wintertime I was on one of the main roads, and one of my kids was just standing up most of the time. Now, granted, my run is very small, so he stood up. Most of them like, sit down. We're almost to your house. You're the first drop. You don't even have to ride that far. You're the first drop. Now, he's quite tall, so I'm going to give him that because the seats are uncomfortable for tall people, but stand up, stand up. And so I did not stop at his driveway. I stopped in a snowbank. It was pretty tall snowbank.
Yeah, did he get out?
Yeah, he got out.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, sorry, I stopped a little short. Yeah, it wasn't, I didn't make a thing of it. I just did it that morning, just for me. It was strictly for me.
I'm surprised that you did that. That's something I would do. Like,
off.
It's like, whoops. Whoops.
I did. I was like, oh, so no. And it was dirty snow right there. It just got plowed. So, yeah.
So this is under grind your gears. So that means what grinds your gears when kids.
I'm going to get, it's karma, bitch. It's karma. in a nicest way, right? Because that little bit didn't kill him. He's fine. He jumped out anyway. But me, I'm like, I hope you have snow in your socks.
Right. And they probably don't care anyways because they freaking go on the playground with shorts and, speaking of, this is just a squirrel moment today. So we let the fourth graders, like, you're fourth grade. That's our highest grade that we're at our elementary. You can wear whatever you want. I mean, obviously, if it's a dress code violation, then we're going to say something. But you don't have to dress appropriately for the weather. Kid came out today, shorts and a tank top. Now, the sun was out. It was beautiful, but it was 42. And my work partner, which is like, no, go. I'm like, bro, they're fourth grade. Let them cook. Let them cook. And it's just, they don't care if they're wet socks in the snowbank or tank tops and like literally winter. Basically, that's what it felt like today.
Especially the boys. Same with mine. I have a second grader that looks actively for the mud puddles or just stuff that he can destroy or just, and I'm just like, I mean, it's all boy. That's, I accept that. But shorts all winter long. And as soon as he gets on the bus and mom is in view, coat comes off and like,
right.
That's all right. You do you, man.
For my grind my gears, I don't have this happen very often. And if you're a pay attention bus driver, meaning like you're really, I may not know all my high school kids' names. I'll be honest with you. I don't know them all. I just don't. But I know their faces. Their faces. And one thing you need to do if you're a new bus driver listening to this is when the kids load on the bus in the afternoon when you're bringing them home, you need to look at every one of their faces. And you don't even have to say, like in the morning, I say hi to everyone. And this isn't going to be a problem in the morning typically for you if you're a driver. But if you're picking up the kids in the afternoon. But in the afternoon, I don't say hi to them because I want to focus on their face because they're rapidly going in. You're loading 60 kids in, a rapid amount of time. So you look at their faces. And last week I had a kid sneak out like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like it was a girl. And she's like, what? I'm like, you don't ride this bus, hon. And she's like, I go, what bus do you ride? And she gave me the number. And I'm like, well, go to that one. Well, come to find out, it was First Wave. And I said, well, go to the office. She's like, what? I was like, yeah, figure out another ride. Sorry, you missed your bus. You're not riding this bus. Come to find out, one of the girls that is a middle schooler who I do adore, she came. I'm like, hey, I'm really sorry. And I was like, well, listen, if you guys make arrangements, your parents make arrangements, the transportation, if I know that kid can definitely ride, but I don't know that kid's circumstances. Could it be runaway? Could be, maybe they're running away from home. Like, I don't know where you're supposed to go, and I don't want to be responsible in contributing to that. And she was like, the friend was like, I get it. We'll do better next time. But yeah, you can't let them kids on. I mean, and I know that it happens all the time and it shouldn't.
Half days
are a big one. And and again, I even said to the girl that rides my bus, I'm not trying to be a fun ruiner. She goes, no, I know you're not. I just, we kind of came up with this plan and we thought we would go with it. And I'm like, well, I look at my kids. I know who's getting on this bus. I know you do not belong. So, just that kind of annoys me that happens.
Yep, they do. They try. And I tell my kids, don't try and sneak on another bus and we're not an Uber. This isn't Uber. Your parents are expecting you to be at those bus stops. Yep. And if you bring a friend home, because I had that same question, like, why can't we bring friends home? Because that big that day or was it earlier this week or before spring break when they held the whole fleet up?
Yeah, that
with
was last week.
Oh yeah.
That was ridiculous, by the way. If the kid's just being if it's just getting a transfer, like let's deal with it on.
Yeah. I agree. I'm like, can we deal with this when we're all done? Yeah. But it's still they don't need to get on, because I told them specifically, I'm like, here's why. That person or that student is now being expected to get off the bus stop, and we're not there. If they don't get off of the bus and their parents are there waiting, like they didn't say they were riding home with somebody, now we got a missing kid. And you guys have heard before, we're looking for so-and-so. Hey, we're looking for a student. Did they ride home? We're just as scared as your parents are. We're looking for kids now. That's it. How many kids go to this school? There's a lot, thousands, right? So if we're looking for a kid and they're not where they're supposed to be, it's panic mode. And now we got to drive the bus, look for a kid. It's a lot. It's a lot. I try and scare them with those stories. Yeah.
A story related to that, to what just happened. The kid, one of my favorites, the one that saw the friendly skies, said, "Oh, why? What happened?" I was like, I explained the story, and she goes, "I remember one time when you were new on this route, and I asked if I could get off at a stop, and you said absolutely not." And she had asked after I said, I kind of chuckled, and she goes, "Well, that being said, can I get off at so and so stop?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." And she's like, "Well, why are you letting me?" I said, "Well, before when I said no, I didn't know you. I didn't trust you." And this is in the same neighborhood. And their friend. So, and I'm like, she's like, "Well, you're going to let me now?" I'm like, "Yeah, we have a relationship, and I know you're not being shady. If I knew you, even if we did have a relationship, if I knew you were being shady, I wouldn't let you. But I trust you, and I know you communicate. I can tell you communicate with your mom. I hear you texting, and like I know you're a good kid. So absolutely, but no, you can't be a random on someone's bus."
I only do that if because my route, the way that it is, it circles back.
Same.
So I'm like, okay, can I get off with so and so today? I'm like, yep, because I'm going to see you still walking. They're 4 houses apart, so I'm going to see you go from one driveway to another. Yeah, but if they're down a whole different area or road or whatever, no, I'm like,
same.
I'm sorry, you got to get off at your stop, make arrangement. Then what you do from there is fine. I just got to be able to say, I dropped you at your stop.
Well, yeah, because I have 2 big sections, and they're 2.5 miles away. I'm not going to drop one at this section, because like if what happens if they get there and the parents like, "Nope, you can't stay here," and I'm like, now you're 2.5 miles away. Instead, if you're in that one neighborhood, you can just walk down to the house, and it's like no big deal.
Yep. Yeah, that's also a good, really good reason for doing that. But most of it is just like, what if we have an accident?
Yep.
And I know who's on, you either count your students or them, or we have name tags on. I got extra or somebody's missing. I mean, I know I don't have a lot of my upper L are in sports, so I know a lot of them aren't going to be on, but it's the extra kids that come on. Those ones are the ones that I'm like, I don't know any of your situation. I don't know if your parents know. Well, I can show you my text on the phone. I'm like, no, it has to go to dispatch.
Yeah.
And then I have to have the official letter in my mailbox that says you're able to ride.
Yeah, the kids don't, just like they don't tell us to turn the freaking heat down, they don't understand the responsibility and consequences. Like, yeah, is it a lame, or is it not a big deal? Of course, it's not a big deal. But I don't know what your story is. Like, I got to keep you safe, and being safe is like riding the appropriate bus home. That's just it. I know it sounds like a ball buster, but I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. So
along the lines of bus stops, I get to one stop on my lower L, my K through 4, and there's 8 of them, and they all live within like house, like right there. And they have, my students on there. That's very literal, along with the boy that likes to get himself in trouble. And so I open my door, and I am hit with violence of, I can't believe he did this, and you got to take care of this, Miss Joe. I'm like, whoa. What you guys do at your bus stop, you need to get parents. As soon as I open the door, it's my, I'll handle anything that happens here. But if you guys, want to pound on each other, you can do it at the bus stop. That's fine. Get a parent involved. Like brothers and sisters that fight. I'm like, stop doing it on the bus. When I drop you off, pound on each other out there. But if when I open my door and these kids get on, if something happens at the bus stop, if I can handle it, that's fine. But when it came in, like from this morning, on the walk down to the bus, no, get the parent, that is not our responsibility. I will always watch out for them and we'll try and figure something out. However, like I've split up a bus stop before because the kids absolutely did not get along. I'm like, great, you go walk to this corner to the left, you walk to this corner to the right, because I stop at both corners. How's that? But when they're all together, I'm like, go grab a parent, and I have a parent stand at the bus stop and regulate that. Because I don't know what's going on at the bus stops.
Right. That can be frustrating. Same on when I'm on recess, we get a lot of stuff spilling from the outside, and then they get stuff spilling from us, and we'll get an email from the teacher. I'm like, it didn't get reported to us. Like, you know, and they get the frustration too. But like, yeah, kids, I mean, it feels good. Like, okay, I'm a trusted adult, so you feel comfortable to, you know, to tell me, but still it's this is a parent issue. This is not a bus driver issue.
I'm not going to make this ride any more rough than it was on the bus stop for these kids, because you got ones that don't want to say anything, and then they get on and they're like, am I going to get in trouble? I'm like, not for me, because I don't know what happened, but let's have a cool bus ride in, you know?
Yeah.
That's it. So I hope everybody has a great day, and email us links in the Facebook. Text Jerry anytime at that phone number, likes those late night texts. And as always, thanks for listening. We're the same bus,
same kids,
different stories.
And remember, just say 10-4.